You know, with this facial hair, this greasy hair, and the rain outside, it's the perfect time to talk about some ugly shoes. What's good, everyone on YouTube? It's me again, back with another video, and today we're taking a look at a Nike shoe, but this was a rare case of a shoe that I ended up picking up mostly because I was just so curious at pretty much how ugly it was. And this is something I'm probably not going to keep. I'm going to end up returning this to Nike. So Nike, if you see this, it's coming back to you. And before we go any further in the video, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video I upload. And check out the 100th video super subscriber special. That's a giveaway that goes live once we hit 1,000 subscribers. We're like less than 30 now from that. So got to comment on that video and be part of the channel. So yeah, go ahead and do that. But without further ado, today we'll be talking about the Nike Be-Do Win SP in this multicolor colorway, because there's like a black one, but we'll just call it multicolor. And starting off with the box has this very interesting sort of marbled look to it. So it's raw cardboard with like this sort of gray ink that gives it a bit of a marbled effect. And the only logo we get is this Nike logo on the side. Then flipping open the box, the first layer of paper we have is actually Nike branded with the Be-Do Win logo done as well, and it's sort of done in this sort of polka dot kind of pattern. Then underneath that, we've just got a layer of pretty standard paper. And the shoes were stuffed with a whitish sort of paper in the toe, and then this more beige paper around the midfoot. Weird thing, but I guess it's something I noticed. Then to top off the box, we actually get a pair of extra laces, and these laces are done in a beige burgundy sort of color. And if we move to the label, it reads Nike Be-Do Win SP. I'm going to read it out exactly how it's written, so that's how it's written, so there you go. So the retail price on these. These retail for a price of 190 Australian dollars. I'll put the conversion here. For 190, like, I'm pretty sure that's sort of like Air Max 90 price or something like that, and I don't know about you, but I'd rather buy an Air Max 90 over these, but maybe you really want to save the environment or something like that, who knows. But with the box out of the way, let's get into the shoes. And here we are, the Nike Be-Do Win SP, in what I saw on the box was Hyper Royal, but like that's one panel, but I'm just going to call it the multicolor colorway. So, taking a look at this silhouette, this really is quite unchanged in terms of the upper when it comes to the original 80s silhouette. But unlike that pair, which was done in a full grain leather upper, this is done with a lot of synthetic materials. So starting off with the tongue and the toe box, we've actually got this nylon material that is done in a maroon sort of colorway. Then accenting around this toe box area as well as the lace holes, we've actually got a bit of 3M piping. So when you hit the shoe with flash, you'll get a nice little pop showing off the toe box of your mock shoes. And on the topic of the front of the shoe, we've actually got these laces that are done in a sort of like hacky sack brown as well as a deep sort of navy. And the material of the laces itself has this a bit of like fuzzy quality, so it does feel like it's some sort of like maybe recycled material. Then to blaze through the rest of the upper is this felt material that I guess is supposed to imitate suede, but it's very clear that it's a synthetic. And this comes in many different colors, so we've got sort of like this deep navy, almost grey color. We've got this like forest green, royal blue, and this sort of like mustard yellow around the ankle, which actually is quite a nice little accent color. Then in terms of branding, we've got the Nike logo done on the lateral side of the shoe. And then on the back heel of both shoes, we've got the Be-Do Win sort of round logo representing the, you know, be sustainable, do sustainable, win sustainable. I can't remember the entire thing, I don't have my phone on me, but that is there. And that is also present on the insole itself. And speaking of the insole, this is actually quite a nice bit of the insole. It's top coated with real cork. I believe it's real cork. So that's actually kind of nice to have. And one thing to note as well on the inside of the shoe, the back of the tongue has this sort of colorful felt material, which does look like recycled yarns just slapped together again to sort of pad out the tongue. Then moving to the midsole, this is where my generosity ends, because the midsole is definitely the sticking point for me on this shoe. But we've got this weird sort of lumpy foam midsole that has little bits inside. I assume it might be like the Nike grind rubber where they like rip up old midsoles and outsoles and just throw it into the mixture. But for some reason, they've opted to go with this super lumpy, unstructured kind of look to it. And it's not as soft as you would think it would be. Like, you would think, like, maybe because it's sort of lumpy, it might have something interesting going on. But no, it's just lumpy. Kind of looks like a dried up cat poop or something like that. I don't know. Then moving to the outsole, the lumpiness doesn't stop there. A lot of the outsole is actually just the midsole foam itself. But on the toe and on the heel, we've got these rubber pieces which are done in the very organic, like, lumpy shape. And I do think it's kind of cool that they've managed to stick extra pieces while making it still look like cat poop. But it doesn't help the change the fact that it doesn't really look really nice. But there you go. So that pretty much covers the main features of this particular shoe. In terms of sizing, I found that these shoes seem to fit true to size, no problem. I wouldn't really half size up or down in these, so if you can get them in your true to size, I would just go for that. So I'm typically a US 9.5 in most of my sneakers. I bought these in a US 9.5 and they fit me great. And before we go any further, if you've been enjoying today's video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know what you think of the Be-Do-Win. And if you actually owned the original Bedouin silhouettes in the 80s, let me know. What were they like? Now, in terms of comfort, I was actually a little bit disappointed just because when I saw this shoe initially, I thought that if they made the shoe midsole look so lumpy and so unconventional, it has to be super comfortable, right? But that is not the case. It's super lumpy, but it's actually quite a firm foam. And there's not really any contouring or anything like that. There's a little bit of an arch, I guess, where the insole is, but overall, it's a fairly sort of firm ride. The upper itself, it's a bunch of synthetic materials, and it does flex pretty easily. I'm not sure if it's the most breathable thing, but I will say nylon's probably a little better than a full grain leather upper. But overall, I would say the comfort on this shoe is nothing to write home about. For something like this midsole, I don't know if the comfort payoff really is justifying the look. And speaking of the look, that's where I get into my opinions of this shoe. And I've sort of already hinted it throughout the video, but I do think, while the upper itself, I think can get away with like being this sort of like mock toe, interesting, like, I don't know, hipsterish looking shoe, I think the midsole absolutely kills this shoe. And when I was doing research into the original Bedouin silhouette, I actually found that like, if I had this shoe, but like with the original Bedouin sort of outsole, I actually think I probably would have kept this shoe. It was like a weird sort of looking sporty slash like dressy shoe, and I actually could see myself like using it in probably some sort of like popping outfit. I kind of equate it to looking a bit like a hush puppy. But with this shoe, because of this super lumpy midsole, and the fact that the midsole is actually quite thick, it actually draws way too much attention to it, and I just don't think it's attractive in the slightest. And don't get me wrong, like, I have nothing against mock toe shoes, because I've actually owned a fair few mock toe shoes in the past, and like, if anyone ever watches my hush puppy reviews, you know that I have a few hush puppies with the same sort of mock toe kind of silhouette. But it's this midsole that really is the sticking point for me, and honestly, it's been a while since I've bought a shoe that I know for a fact I don't like, and this is probably one of the rare cases where, yes, this is a shoe that I don't particularly like. So while I think the Bedouin or Be-Do-Win like idea is cute, I'm not sure if I'm sold on it, and this is going straight back to Nike, so yeah, goodbye with that. But with that, we've come to the end of another video. So I'd love to hear what you guys think of the Nike Be-Do-Win SP in this multicolor colorway. And I guess out of the colorways that are coming out, what are your favorites? I think this multicolor looks more interesting than the all black pair. But to be honest, this midsole is, I feel like I'm just holding poop all the time, so I'm probably just gonna throw it away. Not throw it away, send it back to Nike. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you're into more dance, sneakers, vlogs, that sort of thing, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Time for the on feet, and I'll catch you guys in another video. That was being held in, damn. That's so bad.